Geek Tonight's what's poppin'? It's Adonis. We are back for another Black Clover reaction. Today's episode 120. Let's go. So if you want to stay geeked, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. What if the intro saying was an introductory saying, just saying the saying at the intro? Now, if you have an intro saying that you want me to say, hashtag intro saying, leave me in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for all the support this past week. Man, we've been growing. So awesome to see everything you guys have been helping me with as far as comments, likes, and shares, bro, has really been helping the channel. So thank you guys so much for all the support. It really means a lot. We're trying something a little different today, man. How we're approaching videos, the quality of the videos, all that stuff. So yeah, so let me know if you guys like what you see, and we're gonna move forward in this direction, bro, with this level of focus on here. So again, thank you guys so much for the support, and also let me know what your guys' thoughts are on me doing some. I have an idea of doing rewatches of really dope moments in previous animes that I've already seen, and seeing if they still hold up. You know what I'm saying? Are they still as dope as when I first saw them? Or was it just like hype at the moment of excitement? Like, do these episodes or these moments really hold up in previous anime? Let me know if you guys want me to do something like that on the channel. I've been kind of thinking about it for the past couple of weeks, and I wanted to run it by you guys. So let me know if you guys like that idea. This could also allow me to go back to some, reactions that, got taken down via copyright. So there's certain things that we can do with that. And obviously me seeing multiple animes now over the past couple of years, having a different outlook on some of these things. Maybe they don't hold up anymore. Who knows? But let me know your guys' thoughts on that. And if you guys also want to catch this unedited, link will be in the description box for the Patreon. So just in case you guys want to see this or any other reactions that I will be doing on the channel, or some things that are exclusive to Patreon. Link will be in the description box. But other than that, guys, let's get into this, bro. I'm actually mad excited about getting into 120, primarily because this anime has been one of my favorites to watch week to week. I love Black Clover, and it seems like we're at the end of this arc with the elves and the devil and all this. So let's get into this, bro. Your boy's hype. Yeah. Yami, I just have to say, Yami is one of the most awesome characters in this show. I asked you guys this last time. What is your favorite character in Black Clover? Let me know in the comments. We're going to discuss that on the next Black Clover video. I'll kind of answer your guys' favorites on that video. But this shit is, he's so tight to me. Yep. You got Chop Chop. Split that heart right down the middle, blood. So this is gonna be interesting, man. Is at the end? Is he not even the top devil? Like, are there other motherfuckers in that space that are just way saucier? You know what I'm saying? Yo, so is that the demon that's inside of Asta? Because he called him Chief. So is that Chief as in like he's one of the higher ups? Is he calling him Chief like buddy? Like, what up, buddy? You know what I'm saying? What up, Chief? You know what I'm saying? Like, was that a literal chief? Huh. Hmm. This motherfucker called her Prickly Queen 2.0. You heathen. Oh, chill. Hold on. So I'm so confused about him. He's still stone, but he's not stone. I'm a little confused by that. Ah, this is so tight. It's almost like everybody, not everybody, but all the big moments of people that he had to fight are in the space right now. Hmm. What are you talking about? I'm always the sexy older girl. What you talking about? Mm. I will. Which is dope because he had already told him before. He was like, "Look, man." He was like, "You know, you did some really terrible things, bro. Like you did some crazy stuff that I cannot forgive you for. You know what I mean? Like I know you tried your best, but I can't forgive you for that. You know what I mean?" Oh wow. Yo. Bro, this shit is fire, bro. A combo spell with these two, bro. That's sauce. Bling. That's tight. So that's fire, bro. That's so tight to me. So he basically just did a whole connected one attack that knocked all the elves out of their bodies. That's crazy. Huh. Hmm. I'm pretty sure I'm not as awkward as the owner of this body. It's so crazy because she's probably feeling all this girl's feelings towards Yami. Yeah. Hmm. How fire is that though when he has his grimoire, but he has his son in him? Pause. But you know what I'm saying. Is he still alive though? Please take me to Master Julius. That motherfucker's shit disappeared. Mm. She's like, first of all, how do you think you can be like him? You need to chill. So funny. She gets so jealous. So jealous. Hmm. Yeah, that shit is actually fire. And you think about it, like he set this, him and Lech or Leech or whatever his name is, set up this idea, right? They had this idea of, you know, these two cultures living a certain way and the ability to not just be like, oh, well, if you're, you know, of this particular family that, you know what I'm saying? Like they wanted that for the future. And then on this side of things, he gets to see what that looked like 500 years later. That's pretty awesome. So, okay. What? What? I'm so confused. Okay. The only thing I can think of is he had the ability to store enough time to reverse, but it reversed him too far. You know what I'm saying? Like he reversed his age way too far. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. If that's the case, if he was able to reverse his body in time that far back, you know what I'm saying? But then what happened? Like his grimoire disappeared. Like there's all types of shit that I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna explain what's gonna go down. But does he still have all of his skills? Does he not? These things are. I'm like, okay, is he still? Is he as wise and as powerful as he was as him as the Wizard King, and now he's just younger, or did he forget? You know what I mean? Very interesting. Right off the top of my head, I'm just trying to think like how, you know, what that's gonna look like. Also, I still want to know what that thing on his head was that disappeared. What is that? Because it disappeared off of his body. In the same way that the elves had their shit and it disappeared. So what does that mean? Is that a mark of something else that was on his, that, you know, that was taking over his body? What was it? So there's a lot of questions that I have about what that symbol meant for him as the Wizard King. Was it the Wizard King symbol? Probably not, because Lumiere didn't have that shit. So I'm like, all right, that's probably not that. There's just a lot of questions that are going through my head at the moment. This episode was cool though. Like it was a cool ending. Obviously, the previous episode was the climax. This was the resolution of the arc. If I were to rate this arc out of 10, though, I would probably rate it like a solid 7.5, 8. The arc itself was good, really cool moments. The motivation behind the elves was cool. When you found out that they were being controlled by a devil, was even more interesting. I thought that was cool. I just felt like the devil character just didn't have the antagonistic quality that I would have liked. Primarily because it seemed like it, you know, him coming in at the last minute, I'm like, oh, he's got to be super dope. You know what I mean? Like, and have this real big why of why he's doing what he's doing. And I don't think it really landed home of the why. Why were you so adamant on wanting to destroy all these people? It just didn't seem like it landed home hard enough. And then, you know, his persistence to do it, like it again, the why didn't support why he was so persistent in the process of waiting all this time, staging all this for him to come back and have a body and do, like, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't seem like the why was strong enough for that. So I was like, okay, maybe it'll reveal itself in the climax. And in the climax, you can tell that he wasn't utilizing his magic. He wasn't saying shit. And they were moving slower than, you know, Lech and Lumiere. So it's not like they were overwhelming him with magic or attacks. It was, he just wasn't attacking. He had his shit going around, but besides that, like, he wasn't talking about things, you know, whatever his talk magic is, as attacks. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was very limited on what he could create, I don't know if it was based off his imagination or what, but even still, like, he stopped attacking with that. And I don't know, I felt like it was kind of a letdown because it didn't seem like the stakes were high enough. We already knew that Asta's magic can, slice that, and then for whatever reason, Yuno's light sword could just cut now. There's just things that I felt like were kind of left unexplained, and I would love more explanation of it. And I feel like, we can go into headcanon of why we think it could, but it's just like, you know what I mean? His magic didn't change. It was the sharpness of the magic, and that's what they explained. So it's not like, oh, my magic took a different type. It was just, he just made it thinner. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It's really interesting. I'm like, if that's the case, your magic form didn't change, so it still should have been consumed by whatever that purple blob shit was. The only thing we knew that dark magic wasn't affected by it, since Yami's dark magic protected him. So we know that wasn't a thing. So it's just really interesting, like, how things weren't explained in the way that they could have been explained, even though, again, I liked it. It just, those are the things in my head story-wise that I was like, this could have been really dope if they would explain this, or if the demon or the devil's Y was big enough, or if his ability to fight them at the end was just overwhelming them. And it seemed like it kind of showed like they were now on his level when really they weren't. You know what I mean? So it was just really interesting to see that. But yeah, and it would have been really cool for them to kind of have, like, my big question now is Yuno still that powerful? Because he was more powerful with the elf power in him. So I'm not sure if it was a huge bump in power, but it was a bump for sure. Does he hold on to that power now since it's in his body? Because what's his name came back. Patry came back when he got reincarnated, and he still had that black eye. So I'm like, all right, I'm still unsure why your eye is black, but it is. So, am I bugging? Did it stay that way? Let me just double check, because I want to make sure I wasn't, yeah, it's still black. So, for that, I'm just kind of like, okay, well, it's, some of these things that took effect are still in effect, even though that the demon's gone, that rage is no longer in you, yet you're still affected physically, but your spirit was affected. So if the elf left Yuno's body, is he still affected by that power increase, is kind of what I'm asking. So really cool. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this final episode of this arc. Let me know your favorite part of the arc and your favorite character in the arc, and I will answer those. I'll kind of show them on the next reaction, and we'll kind of talk about some of your guys' favorite things, and I'll respond to those questions there. This is really interesting, though. I really like how it ended. I thought the ending was cool. I like the kind of cliffhanger. What's going on with Julius? That's a really big what the hell moment. I like that a lot, though, because it's going to expand more on him. I just kind of wish he was dead. I'm sorry. I thought Julius was a dope character, but let people die. Let them die. Because it creates stakes. Like, people always like, oh man, like, you don't want people to die, but you love Dragon Ball. And I just want to kind of get this out the way. I grew up with Dragon Ball, right? So that was like the first like episodic anime that I just kind of fell in love with. You know what I mean? So I am fully aware of the things that Dragon Ball does really well, the impact it had on anime as a whole. But I'm also very aware of the story issues that it has also, right? The writing issues that it has also. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that, Dragon Ball is my favorite because of the story. No, it's my favorite because I am biased towards an emotional attachment I have with this anime growing up with it. So it's not the same, which is why I don't ever include it in my top 5. I'm like, not including Dragon Ball, this is what this is, because I'm biased to that emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So as far as writing goes, it probably isn't even in my top 10 writing wise. I feel like the arcs quality, writing quality, ended when Frieza died, or when Frieza got beat by Goku on Namek. I felt like that was the end of the good writing in Dragon Ball. I felt like everything else after that was like, it was okay, and then in Buu Saga just kind of fell flat on its face. But that's just my perspective on it, and I can kind of do a whole series on that. But with this, with an anime like this and the new animes out, the writing has gotten so much better. So you kind of want to make sure that when you're doing these series that your writing is legit, because some of these stories, like Demon Slayer has been my favorite of the past season so far. Love Demon Slayer. I'm watching Vinland Saga right now, so if you guys want to catch that, link in the description for the Patreon. I also watch here on YouTube. I can tell already the writing in that is really good. Attack on Titan, really good. So there's stories that you're like, ooh, like this is really interesting. Dr. Stone, I love the storytelling in Dr. Stone. These are really interesting new animes, new ideas, with still anime tropes, but the writing is really good. Black Clover has very, very interesting story beats. I feel like it has like, the feel of it is like a Bleach and a Naruto kind of put together. And I feel while at the best of Bleach and at the best of Naruto, story-wise, like in whatever arc you want to go into, the best of Bleach and the best of Naruto, I don't feel that Black Clover is better at any point than the best of Bleach and the best of Naruto. So like, let's say like the Aizen arc and the Pain arc, whatever, right? The best arcs, I don't feel are as well, Black Clover isn't as well written as that, but I feel like consistently Black Clover has been really good at a consistent level. Like it doesn't peak like Bleach or Naruto does. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is trash. Oh, like it doesn't do that, which I respect, because 120 episodes in, I mean, I've liked this from jump, but like I just felt like how it was telling its story is really consistent. The quality of animation on a consistent level is really high. Again, back to what I said before, the peaks, the highest points of animation quality in Black Clover are not on the levels, to me anyways, of the highest animation quality in Naruto or Bleach. I don't think that. But the consistent, I think we can definitely have an argument, a serious argument about Black Clover being a better, consistent anime. But these are things that, you know, I want to talk about more. I'm going to be doing a podcast with Toshi about all types of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, that is coming to the channel. We're just kind of working out kinks right now. But this will be like a podcast to talk about animes, to talk about, you know, the top shit throughout the week, whatever, but kind of discussion-based stuff around animes and shit like that. So it's going to be fire. I'm very excited about it. But let me hear your guys' thoughts on the arc on Black Clover, episode 120 in the comments. Make sure you guys check out the unedited version of this over on Patreon. Link is in the description box below. And if you guys haven't had the chance to subscribe yet, consider subscribing. Smash that notification bell, turn on so you don't miss any future content. I also have a Discord where I notify you guys when I upload, just in case YouTube doesn't want to do it. For whatever reason, it's like hit or miss. So, but if you guys want to catch the latest Black Clover reaction prior to this, episode 119, links will be right here to the side. All right, guys. Till next time. Stay geeked.